Mental health is not talked about enough. I don't feel like anybody should have to go through life feeling like this feeling. Get it together, girl. You can do this. I have been thinking a lot about therapy. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It has been a while. I'm at the park. I have not been to the park for a while, and I said, why not come do this intro at the park and somewhat reconnect with nature a bit and observe my atmosphere and somewhat realign my bearings in a sense, because I am going through quite a lot that I have not yet processed. Today is Thursday, July 23rd, 2026. By now, if you are not new to the channel, you would have seen the series of videos that I have been posting in terms of what I have gone through since 2024, which I have not yet dealt with on multiple levels, in addition to a series of just life just happening. Both my parents are not well. I am going through the notions. I don't know if you realize by now that I'm a very private person, so me coming forth and using this video diary as a way of connecting and expressing myself, while it is becoming natural, it is still, what should I say, it is still unorthodox of me to be coming here, but I'm quite comfortable talking to the camera and all of that. Enough of the rambling. So as I was saying, both my parents, they are and have not been well. That's compiled with what I went through back in 2024 that I have not dealt with on multiple levels. You would have seen where I put myself through a whole lot of work, where I was renovating a whole house mainly by myself, as just a way of distracting me from what was happening to me at the time, both mentally, physically, emotionally, and health wise. And I noticed that that has taken a toll on me, and even my professional life. I don't know at this point what to say, but in everything I am still grateful, because it is, I don't think it's a me thing, to be honest, but at the same time there are a lot of persons like myself going through a lot, and they don't have anybody to talk to, and they don't have somebody who can relate to them or they can relate to, and mental health is not talked about enough. I may be straying from the whole thing, but everything is combined and everything comes back to a oneness. And mental health, I don't think mental health is talked about enough. And I think even in the corporate world and the professional world, I don't think there is enough. From my experience, there is enough, and from what I've seen around me as well, I don't think there is enough emphasis being placed and enough structure being in place for persons. You're going to work, you're putting your all in, and then when something seems to be going wrong, where you're not doing or you're not putting out, you're not exerting your best as you would normally do. I mean, it's just so easy for a corporate world to put you aside because you can be replaced, whether or not you're someone that is considered as an asset to a particular entity or organization. And it is so sad because a lot of us are going through a lot, and I think in the workforce there should be some amount of, I think there should be some sort of department or that place where you can go to say, hey, manager or whosoever or supervisor or whatever, somebody that you can relate to in the workspace, in a confidential way, where you can express yourself to say, hey, I'm going through this and I don't feel my best. And when persons are not going through, and when persons are experiencing a down time, I don't think a lot of us have that support to bring us back up to our optimal performance, because this whole thing, this whole work thing, is that really a scam and a sham. Because they used to give 1,000%. What do you mean if me I give 800 now, is an issue and you don't try to find out the issue. What you mean? If I used to give 1,000, now I'm giving 500. You don't care what the issue is. You just care about performance and getting persons in line to a system that is depleting and deteriorating the system, because we the people are the system. Follow what I'm saying? And it is so sad. It is so sad. And one of the other reasons why I had stopped recording about this whole thing, because I don't want to get emotional, but taking work for it, I mean, get it together, girl. You can do this. Get it together, girl. I knew this was coming. I mean, in 2024, when my body was already going through a traumatic experience, and as a way of distraction, I still forced myself, and I still went ahead and I exerted a whole lot of pressure on my body just to kind of ease my mind from thinking about certain things mentally, especially when the doctors were directing me towards getting surgery. And I was my best, or a part of my best, but I wasn't my best because I was pushing my health to the side, but it was still at the forefront. If you follow what I'm saying, I don't know if what I'm saying make any sense, but I have seen where that has no, we're now in 2026, like 2 years apart, and I've seen where me doing all of that in that time, in comparison to now 2 years later, I have not dealt with all of what I've gone through. And when I started posting these videos, I thought to myself, this is somewhat helping me to go through and to process what really happened. And I'm so glad that I was documenting the journey, but in the midst of it, a whole lot started to happen, which I am also documenting that, or bits and pieces, not in its entirety, but I'm documenting what I think is necessary for me to document, and what I'm documenting bits and pieces of what's happening now, because I know we will pull through and everything will be better. But I don't know, but it's been a lot, and it has been quite a journey, even where I'm at now in terms of the videos in the series that I'm editing. I reached a point where I just broke down, because I just felt like I was in this world to myself. And right there and then, I guess that was another coping mechanism to just, when I reached that stage, to just think about something else, reroute and focus on something else. But the matter at hand that is affecting me, or one of the matters at hand that is grossly affecting me, I keep putting it to the side and delaying the whole healing process. But at the same time, I think it's a form of coping mechanism, because with everything that's happening and what's going on, and to process it is just a lot. I was watching the video, and each time I go on that specific video, which I'll pause here and insert those clips.
I don't know, but it's like I just been sitting here and I just feel alone. I just feel sad. It's like when I look in the mirror, and when I'm supposed to go on the road, I can't find clothes to put on. I just feel like I'm in this world by myself. I don't feel like anybody should have to go through life feeling like this, feeling like, you're always there for everybody. And it's like when I need the most support or I need support, it's like I don't have any support. And it might sound that way, but I don't have the support that I need. But even just by communicating with some persons, it's just draining. Especially now that I've lost so much weight. I would usually call my mother, but I just can't deal with the energy. Especially now that I've lost so much weight, she would be like, especially if it's a video call, she would be like, her face look away through the entire call, and then where she would want to take the conversation. But I know what's best. So some time ago, I cut my hair and I was here sitting, and I just feel like I'm going to cut my hair again. I cut it the last time because I thought it was growing, but no, I don't know why I'm going to cut it, but that's just how I feel. Just something less to be concerned about, making my life and everything more simple. And how I even ended up here, and where the journey has taken me that brought me here, and it's
Right, so you would have seen the clips. So based on that clip, I don't know if it can make any sense of what I'm saying. Each time I look at those videos to say I'm going to edit it, I break down in tears, literal tears, like I'm reliving the moment. And it's been 2 weeks now since I've posted my last video, and this is like one of the main reasons, separate and apart from being up and down on the road, trying to get my mom situated with her health concern, and back and forth from doctor's office to lab. So it's just been a lot, and I don't know, but I am putting my best foot forward and continue to put my best foot forward, and I am going to try my utmost best to reduce me putting me on the back page. But at the same time, I understand putting me on the back page sometimes is just a way of coping or hiding from what I really need to deal with, because at the end of the day, I need to deal with it and I need to get it sorted. I need to move past whatever trauma, even though I'm still living in it because of a myriad of reasons. But this is just my video diary, and I know I will definitely pass all of this, and I will be able to say, look at me now. So if anyone you know, or if you yourself is going through or are going through anything traumatic, whether it's from the past, the current, or recent, which is still the past, you're not alone. And we need to normalize mental health, and we need to normalize vocalizing what we're going through, what we're experiencing in life, and even have one or two confidants. Not to say that you're going to burden someone with your problems. And another thing, I don't know, but I have been thinking a lot about therapy. But when I look at the cost for therapy, especially in Jamaica, it's ridiculous. Why one session is like all $15,000? Why? It's crazy. So I don't know if there are any other avenues or what, but I think we need to normalize vocalizing about our mental health and speaking up. Have somebody that you can talk to. For me, I'm a very private person, and sometimes I realize that communicating to other persons that are also going through life, the notions of life and everything that's happening in life, what I have found is that a lot of the times they are not receptive, and it may leave you feeling worse than when you weren't saying anything, if that makes sense. So sometimes I just kind of write my thoughts down and burn it, or I make a video like I'm doing now, and it's been a lot. I'm saying it's been a lot, or it has been a lot, but it has really been a lot. So if you found value in this piece of content, I am asking you, please, if you have not yet subscribed, go ahead, hit that subscribe button, because I'm getting more comfortable, and even if I reach just one person and I can make a difference and I can make an impact, a positive impact, that's good. At least that's a start. You have to start from somewhere. So if you have not yet subscribed, please go ahead, hit that subscribe button down below. Turn your post notifications on all so you can be notified whenever I drop a new video, and also leave a comment. Let me know how you're feeling. Let me know what's going on with you mentally, and yeah, let's start a chat.